There's not enough reviews.
No,
he didn't want to mention my name at all. He doesn't like saying my name because everyone just writes underneath it, talk to you, you're a bitch.
To be fair, the worst part was just the fact that he had his own thing that he went through and then say like this person doesn't deserve a second chance. That's the worst part.
Yeah, but so he did it. And there's also a massive fear of him being canceled also. Like he got canceled and cried his eyes out on TV. To him, that was the most traumatic experience of his life. Yep. And when someone comes there and says, Tate's just been canceled, they might cancel you. You better fucking do this, Mr. Logan. Sure. He sits there and sells his soul. And what's interesting is this.
PTSD?
Yeah, PTSD. I'm not expecting him to... I can't believe they canceled me. Like, that was a hard time for him. He ain't had a hard life like me.
Was fucked.
He ain't had a hard life like me. But the truth is this. I'm not expecting him to agree with everything I said. Jake said, look, I don't fuck with everything Tate says, but free speech is free speech.
Yep.
If you're a full-grown man and you don't advocate for free speech, there's something wrong with you. Because then you don't understand history very well, and you understand that the first step of tyranny is to shut up free speech. You have to get one side of the story only and destroy all opposing viewpoints, and tyranny is next. So I don't give a fuck if he agrees with what I say or not. I don't care if he even likes me. For him to sit there and say, I think free speech is bad, just makes him look like a dumbass. And if you look at the comments on his video, look at the comments on his video. He got everyone ripped him to pieces.
A lot of backlash.
Yeah, because everyone knows he's full of shit.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Backlash.
It taught me a lot. It also, there's some other people, I won't say their names because I don't want to make more beef, but there were some other people I was talking to who were cool, super famous, and I was going to do their show, and they totally wanted me on the show, and then I got canceled, and they instantly shit themselves. And that went both ways. Like, I was speaking to Patrick.
How long ago was that?
No, I was speaking to Patrick Bet David in the up run to getting canceled. Got canceled. He said, don't care. We're doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, gangster. Other people were like, oh, you got canceled, and shit themselves and pussied out, which also shows me a lot. I'm not going to say their names. I'm not going to call them out, but they know who they are, and I know who they are.
But what about Pierce Morgan you just did?
Pierce is separate.
By the way, I just want to say real quick that I think it's bullshit, and I thought you did really well in there.
They just argue. They interrupt.
Yeah.
I think the main thing with Logan too, that when he took it too far, was what he said is that if other creators collab with them and give Tate a platform, like, that's not okay.
Yeah, don't give Tate a platform. Don't make the Tate brothers more famous than the Paul brothers. He was a bit jealous, but he definitely got told to do what he was done.
What do you think about, like, I think you started maybe a domino effect because we saw Kanye just bought a private platform. You see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Parler.
You think that's all a game where he acts out to kind of like follow?
No, you don't have to act out to move platform. I think that there is a lot of pressure behind the dam, and this is another thing I want to make public. I want to make clear to the world. I don't have beef with the social media companies. I don't have beef with Susan and YouTube. I don't have beef with Meta and Zuck. I don't give a fuck, right? I don't have personal beef with these people, and I'm not even mad at them for banning me.
Sure.
Right? But I do think, and like I said, I talk about things from a non-emotional standpoint, from a professional standpoint. I do think they made a mistake. And I'm not saying that because it's me. I'm not saying that because I want to get back on. I'm saying that because when you do something like they've done, like the mass cancellation of me, it's very, very important that you do not come across as tyrannical. You have to be seen to be fair and non-biased. And everyone for a long time knew that wasn't the case. And banning me added more fuel to the fire, added more pressure to the dam. The water behind the dam is these people are not fair. They control all the information. They're not non-biased. They're actually extremely biased. They're tyrannical. And what happens is when you have a lot of pressure behind a dam, it takes a very small crack for the whole thing to explode. The crack that was missing is someone to be canceled and become more successful than they were pre-cancellation. As soon as that happens, nobody's afraid anymore because nobody wants to deal with their bullshit anyway.
For sure.
Where do you think
that's where they made a mistake.
Where do you think this goes then?
But what do you think about Kanye? He acted out. Now he just bought a platform.
Oh yeah,
What do you think about what Kanye's doing in general?
The dude's a billionaire, right? So it's kind of like he's in a slightly different position than Joe Schmo.
But he's going on like the podcast tour right now, and he is saying some.
He's saying way crazier
I love
shit than you
Kanye
say.
too, and I think it's the same thing where like some of what he's saying, like, I agree with, and then some shit's just wild. Well, what's your opinion on what he's saying?
I haven't watched all of what he said. I don't think he would have ever really truly been scared of being canceled anyway. So Kanye, although I know what you're saying, I don't think it's the best use case. I think it's the general YouTuber and Twitch streamer, normal guy saying, cancel me, I'll go to Rumble.
It's weird.
The guy with 40K subs is now saying, I'll go to Rumble, don't care. That's their problem, not Kanye. Their problem is all the low-level creators going, well, if you're going to start fucking my video over nothing, I'll just move. And then there's going to be a mass exodus. And then they're going to sit there and go, when did this all start? We banned Andrew Tate for no reason. We should have fucking kept him on the platform. I think they fucked up. And I really genuinely believe that. And what happens is, it's kind of like, if you're a tyrannical person, you have to sit and try very hard to not come across tyrannical. Mm-hmm. You know, like if you're a jealous guy, you have to try very hard to not look jealous. It's like they haven't sat there and looked at the optics of it. Sure. And now they're sitting there I know they analyze data in real time at the point of the cancellation. In fact, because my team analyzed data, right? So I'll tell you this. So when I got canceled, I had the war room analyzing data in real time. So at the height of the media storm, There's apps you can use to measure responses on comments, likes, etc., up votes, down votes, blah, blah, blah. At the height of the media storm, it was about 55% of comments on any post involving me was positive and 45% were negative at the height of the lies. It's now 95% positive. So now that they've fired all their bullets, that's because that's all the media machine can do.
Don't you think
They
people
can't
switch up though?
They can't print that I'm misogynist again. They can't print the same lie.
Yeah.
They've shot me with every bullet. I'm still standing here alive. It's like the zombies coming. You've emptied your clip. He's still here. And now everyone loves me and they're sitting there and they fucked up.
Where does this go though as a whole? You know what I'm saying? Not just for you, but I mean as a whole, like, is this going to create like overall just rebellion, do you think? Like, because where does this end up in 20 years from now if more people are dipping and going to other platforms, just new platforms?
They're going to Rumble.
Or not even just content wise. I just mean life wise. Like where do you think this is going? Because everything shifts, right? Powers always shift.
Yeah.
So is this going to turn to a point where like I don't know, the right side, which is typically the side that's being more like quieted, is that going to be then in control and then attacking the left in the same? Because it just swings.
Yeah, you're right. Life is cyclical and it goes in a pendulum. And
Right.
I do think that there's now a change happening in society. I do think it's going to shift.
But won't it be just as bad if it gets to the other side and then the other side is just feeling the same exact way? Like, how do you think we find a balance genuinely?
I don't think we'll ever find a balance.
I don't think we will, bro.
I think it's. I
think humans, the society is just so
I agree.
fucked up.
I
How
agree.
much do you hate to see you leave and now everybody loves you? Everybody wants.
Well,
you
everyone
back.
loved him prior to leaving. Too,
No,
as
but
well.
you said there's a bunch of negative comments and shit.
Yeah, but it's
now,
the thing is with the internet, it's a very vocal minority. That's the truth about the internet. You sit there,
Negativity,
the negativity, you go, oh, people don't like him. It's like 4 dudes with no life. Like the truth is, I've never had a negative interaction on the street ever. I've been approached by thousands of people. Like everyone loves me, right?
We're
It's
more
a very
similar than you think.
It's a very negative minority, and
It's a lot more than that in person.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I think everyone's going to be moving to alternative platforms. Obviously, I'm on Rumble. They've been fantastic to me. I have nothing but good things to say about them.
But fuck content, the overall thing.
Overall, I think that social media is going to change to the point where I think the next big thing for a platform to do would be to allow the content creator to own their subscribers. Imagine there was imagine there was a platform where you owned the subs. You had their emails, you owned the subs, and you could choose any platform you wanted, and you could bring your subs with you.
Sounds like you have a plan.
How does the platform?
That's what
sound?
I'm just
Sounds like
saying,
you have a
if
plan.
a
You
platform
thought of
were
that.
to do that, where would you build your following? Wouldn't
For sure
you build
there.
you'd build your following where you own the data? So what these large companies do is they want to control the data for as long as possible, and that's going to be disrupted when someone comes along and says you can build your following and you own the data and you own the following, and if I'm not good to you or you think I'm tyrannical, you can take your following somewhere else. Then they're going to conquer, and then YouTube's going to fall.
Well, that's the thing that's always got me going crazy.